Sushi calls and sweaty balls. This is Scotch Sporting.
Welcome to Scotch Sporting. I will tell it like it is with parenthood. Good news, everyone. Okay, I mean, we've been talking about sports and poo.
Yep.
Should we get started with our Scotch Sporting leadoff?
Let's go.
Okay, so this is where we take 5 topics of the week. I will introduce them and we'd give a minute on each topic, although I feel like some of these are gonna maybe take some more time afterwards. So we'll see. The Kyrie Irving thing, there's more to it, I think.
We could have a whole podcast on that alone.
Like today, Dave was like, "Oh, did you hear the new Kyrie Irving news?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, he's not going to be able to play any of these specific games." He's like, "No, all of them."
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with cheaters always prosper. You might have noticed that in the American League Finals is the team that cheated 3 years ago versus the team that cheated 2 years ago. And I think this is going to be our deep dive next in for Scotch Sporting. But one of the leagues is basically the trial league for new Major League Baseball rules. Because baseball viewership is going down. Like I don't care as much as I did when I was younger. It's hard, and I don't know what it is about baseball. So baseball's experimenting with rules like, how to speed up length of games, but we'll probably talk about that next week. Okay. Sorry, Chris.
No, go ahead. No. I'm just.
But for me, one of them is like absolutely no accountability.
Right.
And this, I was already fairly disheartened when nothing happened to the Astros or the Red Sox. I know we joked on previous podcasts that the Astros might have started COVID because no one cared about their cheating scandal after that. So it is the Houston Astros who cheated 3 years ago versus the Boston Red Sox who cheated 2 years ago. It might be the other way around, but I think that's it. And I find that so disheartening. Like we already had enough to battle with like payrolls, but this is like, okay, so not only does nothing happen to you, but welcome back to the finals. So start the clock. Guys, do you find this disheartening or anger inducing, or are you just like numb to it now?
Well, I would like to say these are the teams that got caught cheating 2 and 3 years ago.
That's correct.
Right.
That's a really good way to put it.
They got caught doing the drum beating and the garbage can slamming and
the
whatever.
Apple Watch buzzing.
Device.
Yeah, the Apple Watch.
And, I'm too shy.
Don't rip it off. I'm too shy.
It's gonna be fine.
But doesn't that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like every team does some kind of cheating.
Oh yeah, I mean that's baseball.
In some form.
But doesn't that make it even more disheartening that like even if you cheat, not only does nothing happen to you, but welcome back to the championship?
Right.
Well, for these clubs, these are clubs who have a lot of money, so they're able to.
They're there every year. Yeah, they're there every year. It just sucks that nothing happened because I agree. Like something should have happened to Houston.
Well, they did lose first-round picks in 2 years, and I think a $5 million fine. But that's it. Like nothing significant.
Okay, so next is anti-vaxx is not anti-vaxx, and honestly, this story I think has changed since I posted this week's topics. So originally it was Kyrie Irving is anti-vaxx, and he plays in New York, they have a vaccine mandate. So he's going to be one of those players that, have fun never playing home games.
Or
never playing
in
games against the
MSG,
Raptors, games in any games in California. Okay, sure, have a good time. But he came out yesterday and was like, "Hey, I'm not anti-vax. I'm doing this because I'm anti-vaccine mandate." So, I mean, that was going to be the first question of like, really?
I mean, I think that's where we should leave it for today, but...
Well, no, I mean, you can add to this. Well, the addition is he is now, his team has said, you do not play any games.
Yeah.
You do not play. Essentially, you need to be fit to play.
And you are not.
And you are not fit to play.
Wow.
And James Harden has come out and said, like, yeah, for sure. Like, you need to do this to play. And I believe I posted this if you follow Scotch Sporting on Twitter. I retweeted a thread where Mark Cuban was arguing with Cole Beasley
Yes.
And the thing with anti-vaxxers is truly there is no arguing. And aside, like, take away this aside, getting vaccinated is the ethical thing to do for your fellow man. Mark Cuban pointed out, like, fuck you, it's a business. And if you don't get vaccinated, you are hurting my business. So, guys, take it away with Kyrie Irving. Do you buy that he's standing by his friends with vaccine mandates? Second question, do you think now that he can't play any games, someone will Andrew Wiggins him and say, here's the money? Like, what do you think's going to happen?
I mean, we talked about last week about him with the money, so I think he's okay with losing money this year. Guys make bank. And I think he's all about the attention. He's always been like this.
Oh, you think it's an attention thing? Wow. What a way to go, man. I think he thinks it's about the mandate. I think he's convinced himself that that's what it is, but I think it's
like the flat earth.
Right.
That's how you convince yourself you're in the right.
Right. And I do agree with Mark. He probably can afford to not get paid this season.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the attention. So was he alone in Brooklyn before the other guys came over? The other guys, James Harden and Skeletor, what's his name?
Kevin Durant.
Thank you. So maybe he had LeBron. And
before he went to Brooklyn, he was in Boston, and they were supposed to be a contending team, but then he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way there, obviously. So that's why he left Boston to go to Brooklyn, where it was expected that KD would sign with them. So he was joining a super team essentially when he left Boston. Just it wasn't right away.
So it's just a dick. Okay, so next is Carey Price. I think this is a very feel-good story. So we're not going to make fun of it. We're going to talk about it, like the issue that it is.
Make fun of someone taking care of themselves.
Yeah. We're gonna make fun of other. I'm just saying because we usually
Look it up, man.
We mock everybody in this podcast.
It's true.
This is a real one.
Have we ever mocked Carey Price though?
He's too handsome to mock.
He's never done anything mock worthy that I can think of.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Oh, good. You're awake again. Okay, so Carey Price, who was going to miss at least sometime this season, announced this week that he has entered the NHL Players Rehabilitation Program, which is kind of code for I need substance abuse help. I don't know if we want to talk about this necessarily so much as the issues that exist in hockey, but I'll let you guys take it. So who knows what he needs help with? I think it's amazing that he's being open about it. He and his wife posted about it. I think it's fantastic. I think the more people can be open about mental health, the better. Jimmy Hayes, the former Bruin who passed away over the off season, everyone's saying it was cocaine, laced with something. I know two guys that through my work that shot with Team Canada in the Sochi Olympics and the Ottawa Senators, and they are all on cocaine. And I will not out them, but someone knew Drew Doughty very well, and he is also a major cokehead. It's a major problem in sports. So I guess, is this going to change anything? Because Carey Price is probably one of the best known names. Is this going to change anything? I guess take it away, guys.
It's a step in the right direction. It's going to change anything? No, I think, people still, people are still scared to come out with mental health issues and substance abuse issues as, being judged for them. And I mean, again, it's a step in the right direction. It's good to see a prominent athlete taking this time to do what's right for him. But I think too many people are embarrassed by their issues.
I mean, that's why they have the program, right? So that these people can get help in a private manner. That way it doesn't have to be so public.
But he made
even
it
though
public.
it is very, I was gonna say, even though it is always very public when it.
Yeah, but there's no details, right? He can go into details of the program, but he can just say, hey.
Do you think there's a sport that it's easier for to be open? Or they're all kind of the same? Because I know we talked about basketball being a lot more progressive than others, but I think
When it comes to your own issues, no one's comfortable in any situation. Put it in.
Yeah, and I don't know. I know how much drugs is in my world. I can only imagine in the sports world. Oh, hey, you're still awake. Okay, so moving on. So speaking of someone showed in the monies, thanks. I really enjoy Chris titling this segment. Ben Simmons still?
Yeah, like really? We're still going on about this?
Ben Simmons, the Ben Simmons still is because guess what, guys? He showed up.
Yay!
Hey.
So
All that talk of sitting out, I don't want to be here. I mean, if you're gonna ask something, start the fucking clock. So all that talk and Ben Simmons is just like, hey guys.
I
Be
mean,
cool.
I'm here. Just kidding.
I mean, okay, I started the clock. I mean, what changed? What changed
Nothing.
between?
Mark, what changed?
I think the guy who gave Wiggins the maths also gave Ben Simmons the maths.
But like, they didn't show him any more money, right? He's already got all the
No.
money.
No, I mean he was gonna get fined every single game he would miss.
Oh, so he's
So he
like,
would
okay,
lose money.
let's do
let's do the math here.
times
Yeah.
82. They're oh, that's a lot.
Especially when Philadelphia found a way around of not giving him the automatic $8 million
Right.
bonus that he was entitled to.
So
Oh.
that was it.
Yikes.
Someone said, not only are you going to not only are you going to not make money, you are going to actively lose money.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he just, what do you think his first day was like when he showed up? Like, hey guys.
Well, he had to go through COVID protocol, so he actually can't participate in any sort of team drills until Friday.
I can't
Okay.
imagine his teammates are happy with him.
No.
I'm gonna let you guys take this one while I mute myself for the minute and try and shut this baby up in a loving way. So NHL is back. Who do you think's gonna win? How are we feeling? Are we excited? Because this is a full season.
Yeah.
So pardon me, whilst I mute myself for a minute.
Well, off to a crazy start already. I mean, the first game with Tampa and Pittsburgh, no Malkin, no Crosby. You figured Tampa raising the banner was going
Right.
to crush Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And it ended up being the other way around. Pittsburgh dominated Tampa all game.
Yep. And then
was
did I
awful.
hear that they scored 3 empty netters?
3 empty nets. John Cooper pulled the net
What?
when they were down 3-0 with 6 minutes left. Tampa made it 3-1.
Yeah.
Empty net goal, 4-1. Net still empty, 4-2. And then 2 empty net goals more after that.
Holy shit. All right,
Yeah.
that's nuts. Kraken lose their first game ever, but come
But
back.
they were down 3-0.
Yep.
Yeah. Good
So,
comeback.
Interesting. Sharks are going to be shit, so I have very little hope for this season.
Not even a draft lottery.
I mean, I guess that's the best, but I don't
Actually,
think we're bad enough to be first overall draft picks. So
No, because you have Buffalo.
right.
You have Arizona.
What's the worst thing is they're going to be on that cusp. Like they'll finish like 10th.
You still get participate in the lottery, just not the best odds. That's all.
Right.
It'll come down to the 2 cards, and they'll draw one card, and the other one will be San Jose.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be number 2, not number 1. Oh.